Republicans could not enter the room. Towns said the Republicans don't know how to behave. The lockout comes after Republicans tried to force a subpoena vote in the committee regarding a countrywide financial investigation, which involves Senators Chris Dodd and Kent Conrad, who were offered VIP mortgages by the company. Now, the Republicans have posted a video which shows them walking out of the chamber because they can't get in. The Democrats. Or the Democrats, excuse me. The Democrats walking out of the chamber.
Yeah, the video was actually taken during the subpoena vote, like the vote to go ahead with the subpoena, and the Democrats left solely to make sure that the Republicans did not have a quorum, which I don't know if you guys know the rules of regulation. You have to have a quorum for any binding, action. Yep. So by these Democrats leaving, their vote for subpoena didn't mean anything. So the Republicans took a video and said, "Hey, look, they're trying to, play some backdoor politics," and that made the guy mad. So we changed the law. I personally think it's hilarious. Sad but hilarious.
Hilarious, but totally unnecessary.
I would agree.
Grow up, kids.
It's counteractive to getting anything done, and it makes them look ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes them look like an idiot, like a 2-year-old.
It's a horrible political move because you walked out on protect your possibly corrupted fellow party members. Ooh, way to take a stand. Yeah. Like, it's not really doing anything, and then to lock the doors. Very nice.
He was asked, did you do this in retaliation? His response was, quote, yes.
It's
childish.
It's very dumb.
It's pathetic.
I don't know why you would do it.
I really hope that his seat is up for election. I really hope it is, because that's just stupid. That doesn't solve anything. I mean, that just puts. Senators or House members are very busy people. So the fact that you scheduled this meeting and then locked them out, they're all in there snickering, just can't get in. I mean, come on, really? What is this, like third grade? You can't come to my clubhouse. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Back right after this.
There's some news out from Washington D.C. that the national. We have two different stories. The National Academy of Sciences is suggesting that children get more nutrition from their school lunches. One of their suggestions is to cut sodium content in half. There's also another report out by not the National Academy of Sciences, but the Institute of Medicine has gone to the federal government and said that there should be calorie limits on school lunches. Like one suggestion would be school lunches should be no more than 650 calories, grades K through 5, 700 for middle schoolers, 850 for 9 to 12. And breakfasts should be between 500 and 600 calories. So they're just two different organizations are suggesting school lunch reform. What do you guys think about that?
I think why not? It's a great idea. The kids are required to be there and they're required to eat there. So why not make them healthier and give them a better option, make the country a little bit more healthier?
Yeah, I agree. I really don't see anything that's that wrong with it. I mean, might as well make them healthier.
Yeah, I mean, that is their obligation. They're there and they're feeding them, so they pretty much do have to, feed them, fairly, I guess. Well, I mean, like, fairly, like, with, in respect to nutrition and stuff. Yeah. You can't just give junk food. Yeah. The one thing that people are talking about, again, like we talk about every article with the government, it seems like, is cost. The recommendations would increase the cost of breakfast by as much as 25% and lunch by 9%. So to me, that seems kind of reasonable. I mean, that's the most reasonable increase in price that I've seen from anything we've talked about on the show. What about you guys?
I think that's reasonable. The only issue is for those lower income families that already can't really pay for lunch.
Right.
That's going to put an even more strain on the district who already pays for the lunches for them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the only issue I have with it, and I don't really have that big of an issue with it. So
yeah.
And how many kids really eat breakfast in the school anyway?
There's a fair amount, but it's not as much to eat lunch by a long shot, but there's a fair amount.
Yeah, it was always surprising how many did at mine. But
a lot of things that were suggested from the Academy of Sciences report was that there should be more than just cutting the sodium. There should be more fruits, more vegetables, and that under these recommendations by that group, they would have to increase serving sizes. So not only are you going to have to pay for, they're going to have to pay for more servings, but bigger serving sizes, such as like if you order an a la carte item, you'd have to be forced to get a second cup of vegetables. So instead of getting, just like, I don't know, like pizza. I don't know if you guys had pizza. I'm sure you did. But if you had pizza, you'd have to like a cup of like steamed vegetables. And then if you got a second piece, you'd have to have another cup. Not that you'd have to eat it because you can't force the kids to eat it, but they'd have to be offered that.
So it's mandatory that if you buy the pizza, you get the vegetables?
I believe so. Like, I don't know how that works because our lunch at high school was buffet, but
Yeah,
the
so
other
was
ones,
ours.
but in the high school and but in junior high and elementary school, I mean, I guess that makes sense. They also want you to encourage, instead of using fries for their vegetable, because potatoes are vegetables, they want to include what are they called, like rainbow vegetables, so dark greens and orange. I just thought that was funny that there's such thing as rainbow vegetables.
So they're talking like carrots and broccoli, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's whenever
that's
that's what I assume is just like a cup
it's
of like
not-
broccoli and steamed carrots. But I don't really have much on
There's
this.
not wrong I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's fine. I mean, what is wrong with eating
is this
healthier?
a good investment in the health of our children? Because the IOM, the Industry of Medicine, their report had said that one of their reasons for pursuing this objective was the poor eating habits that are established by students because of their home life. Some of them had found that they were not encouraged to eat right from the beginning, from birth. That they had some bad eating habits before they got there, and that before they got to the school's lunches,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
want to encourage good eating habits.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think that curb it somehow. That's the only way you really can from the government standpoint, and it seems like it does need to be curbed. So
I'm going to throw a hypothetical at you guys.
for
For
it.
the calorie limits, for 850 calories for grades 9 through 12, should that be mandatory that a student is not allowed to get over 850 calories, or should that be like the standard and people can buy extra, or should it be like you have 850 calories, you're not allowed to eat anymore?
I don't like that. I think that should be like the set per serving. Like, you should be able to say like your meal plus your vegetables and your milk or whatever should be below this. Like, that should be the base price. The base meal should be no more than this. But I mean, you can't say no to a student who wants to eat another piece of pizza or have some more chicken. I mean, that's just not fair to the student.
exactly, and if they're paying for it,
Exactly,
they're
you really-
going to pay. So it doesn't
Right.
matter. I think that a limitation. I completely agree with what Mark just said. I was about to repeat him. So
Yeah. There's one little interesting caveat. Beth Hanna from West Des Moines Schools, that's where I went. So, they said that the increase in serving size would actually not fit the trays. So they would have to purchase new trays because the increased serving size would require a bigger tray. So that's another cost that I didn't even think about that until she said that. I mean, because if you're getting a piece of pizza and then some vegetables, I mean, it's pretty stuffed. So you're gonna have to, if you're gonna increase, to a full cup of vegetables, you have to get another tray or stack it higher. And I just thought that was interesting.
well, it's interesting, but I don't. I mean, it doesn't.
I don't
change-
see
I
that.
find that a non-issue. Buy
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
trays.
Yeah, just buy them.
It's just I just thought that was interesting.
Have a one-time fee of some trays.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to need to be replaced at some point anyways.
Right. So you think I think you brought up a good part about how the schools pay for it. I mean, what do you do for the people that are on the free lunch program or the reduced fee lunch program? I mean, do you think there's enough support in the school districts now with the budget cuts we talked about last week and earlier in the show that they're going to be able to weather, a bigger increase from people, because the food's going to cost more.
I don't know. Right now, I don't know if that's possible because to pay an extra 9% for every student's meal,
Right.
I don't
That
know
adds
if
up
we
to an
have the
awful
money
lot.
right now to pay for it.
Yeah. Right now, it's not going to be possible. So
So you
in
say,
the future, this is a good idea. But right now, because a lot of people don't have the reserves to pay for their current budgets, it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
I don't think student lunches are worth raising property taxes. So it's just my 2 cents there. What's our next topic?
what about let's stick with national stuff. Let's go with national education standards. A group has proposed that there would be new national education standards for all federally funded schools, so all public schools. They're saying that this would be significantly different than No Child Left Behind, which we all know was the Bush administration's attempt. We'll give them that
Attempt.
at making federally funded schools better. They said that there's really nothing that has been like solved or anything. It's just they're starting to think about requiring, federal regulations of schools about, should they be able to meet this level of math. So it'd be kind of like No Child Left Behind in the fact that there'd be a set of goals that you'd